What's going on YouTube? Nathan back with another video presentation. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday so far. Before we get into the video, there are some things I obviously need to be said up front. Part 2 of the Dwayne Haskins situation with the Washington football team. That is the final upload for the year 2020. Wow. As well, all of it's premiered, so I strongly suggest you take a look at that. There's a couple topics I wanted to talk about, but at this point, it's really no point. But that's all of it. You know, the video premiered today. This video, I'm hoping to have it up by later tonight, so it's up first thing tomorrow morning. Let's just get into the video. As y'all see the title of the video, consider this just a year in review from year 2020. Well, obviously, I would say this was something that I did not expect to happen. I felt as though the year started off really well for me, and the 21st of January, things changed. I will keep that as a personal matter, but let's just say from that day up until now, if you told me, Nathan, would you expect that to happen? My instant answer would be no. But then COVID happened. If you also asked me, Nathan, did you expect any of this to happen? I would have still told you no. You know, when I made this channel, this YouTube channel, I would say I had this YouTube channel for about going on almost now 10 years. I didn't really know what to do with it. You know, I always talked about making videos and was trying to do something with it. With COVID occurring, something said, hey, you know, you got a laptop, you can make videos, you know, YouTube. I did not expect to see the support that I have gotten from this channel. I did not expect most of the videos that the certain topics I talked about would get so many views. I think probably as of now, it was a video I did on Enjoy Taylor and her being on Twitter with the Twitter trolls. I think it's probably the most highest viewed video. I think behind that one is Tommy Lauren video where she ranted about all men are trash. The Jonathan Isaac during the bubble where he stood and didn't take a knee, and that was kind of a story for a minute. Then obviously with Jacob Blake, and then the NBA and other sports just sitting out. I would say those were my top 4 highest viewed videos. But you know, for me, I would say this was a learning year for me. There are some things that from the beginning of the year until now, I know what I have to do to be in a better place than where I'm at for next year. I'm talking more, you know, from a mental, emotional, spiritual perspective. To see what has happened around the world, again with COVID. Excuse me. so many people losing a loved one to COVID. You know, we've had a plethora of athletes, not athletes, but a plethora of people that we all may have known that have been famous. Not just, you know, famous, but again, aunt, uncle, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, best friend, doesn't matter. Um, this was a tough year, you know. I kind of felt like, for example, when Kobe Bryant died on the 23rd of January, I kind of, you know, I saw on Twitter and someone has said it was Kobe the guy that was kind of the glue that held it all together. And it just kind of seemed like after that, just things just kind of went downward. Um, we've seen so much this year. I mean, we've seen the 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 continued divide between African Americans and white Americans. We've seen racial tension. We've seen um, those that have been put in harm's way and no one's being held accountable. Breonna Taylor being killed and no one's being held responsible for her death. When you've seen, for example, more crime, for example, in Baltimore. Baltimore has now reached a sixth consecutive year of 300 plus murders, where you've seen people losing their jobs, when you're seeing people having to be and waiting in line 2, 3, 4 miles at a food bank, when you see people being evicted from their homes, you see what we've seen it all. But the one thing that I will say is that God has something planned for us special in 2021. And for what I've learned, I thank him every day by getting on my knees and praising him. Through the good times and the bad times. And I think we all can take something from this year and apply it to next year. Because we have to have a positive outlook on the new year. We can't look back, we have to look forward. Even though, again, with COVID, racial divide, economic, stability damaged, you've lost a loved one. We have to look forward. We have to move forward and keep moving forward. Because, again, like I said, better days are coming. And we have to keep the faith. We have to stay strong. That is the best advice that I can give you going forward for the 2021. Now, what I will say what's going to be different on this channel, I'm still going to continue if I find a topic that's interesting, I'm going to talk about it. But I'm also going to be more aware of how to be more open-minded to the subject. Because when I look back on some of my videos, I've seen that where I could give two sides, different perspective of how I would carry each situation. But for the most part, I would say the videos that I have talked about on these topics have been fair. Now, I have seen some people in my comment section. This one, this is a Tommy Lauren video, had made an ignorant comment, and I'm just forewarning you. I I'm the type. Listen, tough skin, and with thick skin. Comments are not going to bother me, but if I find something that I believe that's ignorant, um, just goofy, I'm going to delete the comment. I'm going to block the channel because again, can't take the heat. Get out the kitchen. But my goals for 2021, I did not announce it to, I kind of seen some growth in terms of subscribers, but again, the support for this channel has been great, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all just being the loyal, supporters that you are to the channel. I appreciate that. Like I said, next year, nothing new, same grind. I'm trying to get myself more active with like trying to find podcasts to join. I know one of my friends, Cameron, shout out to Cam, has a potential basketball podcast with him and another person, somebody else. But that's what I'm trying to find myself in. And I'm going to try to give some more sport commentary takes. I didn't really talk about sports that much this year because, again, with COVID and the way it was just kind of weird. I kind of went more on the social side, when it came to, relationships in 2020. Again, racial divide, politics, different things like that. You kind of see that more on my channel than sports because I'm more in. I see this is gonna be more of a sports and current events, so I'm going to do my best to keep it balanced for going forward next year. My goal for next year, I will try to do live streams here and there, but don't quote me on that. But again, if I had to review myself for 2020, I would say B minus. Only because I think the way COVID has put a damper on things. I had a lot of goals in mind, and I did accomplish a lot of goals that personal goals that I achieved, and I did accomplish that. I did back in February, a church that I go to, they started a Daniel fast, and ever since then I've really been sticking to it. I'm the really going. I was after work, particularly every Saturday. I would stop at a Chick-fil-A. I would stop at a Burger King, Checkers, and really I've been sticking to that Daniel fast. Even though I can't go to a gym, I'm not comfortable going to a gym. I'd rather be at home doing in-house workouts. And the Daniel fast I feel different. If those that know me, you would have seen how a difference I was. A lot of people when I go to the barbershop, for example, my barber said, "Oh, like you lost some weight," and I have gone. I feel like I've lost some weight. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I will have my cravings, not fast food, but I will crave a DiGiorno DiGiorno pizza. Now, I won't eat the whole thing, but you know where I'm going with that. You all have your cravings every so often, but I would say the discipline of doing that Daniel fast from February till Easter was really cool, and I enjoyed that experience. I've also gotten a chance to really be more of a bookworm, started doing more reading, and kind of getting back into what I like to do. I like to read history books, and I'm currently now reading American Civil War books. And it was so funny. I kid you not, I had a whole video up talking about why I was against them taking down the statues, and that never went to plan because I had I had another laptop before I got this one that had it and it broke. So it's, man. So yeah, there was, I was there was some topics I really missed out on that I wanted to talk about, but on, I would say B minus for a year review of 2020. Again, 2020 really put a damper on some things, but I can't look back. I have to look forward. We just, again, 2021 is going to be a good year for all of us. We just have to have that mindset, be positive, leave that drama in 2020. If there's something that's not going to work, leave it alone. Move forward, move on from it, and just continue to do you. You know, with COVID, and now there's a new strain of it. And I'm here to tell you, don't let it don't let it get to you. Don't be in fear of it. This is something that we will get through, and we just have to continue to be we have to be smart, wearing the mask, socially distancing. If you're going to go travel, if you're going to go here, please quarantine. It's really interesting to hear how those that are on YouTube that are calling people the mask police, we're the same ones that are going, don't bring that crap around me. They ain't gonna tell you that, but but off camera or whatever, how they record their videos, they're going, I'm not trying to get sick. Everybody has a fear of something, but the most important thing is, just let's have a better outlook on 2021. I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a prosperous year for us. I think that um, we will see a difference. But again, keep the faith. Get on your knees and thank God every day that you live to see another day. And then tell your loved ones that you love them. Hug them a little tighter because tomorrow's never promised. And for those that again lost a loved one, whether it's COVID, natural causes, crime, um, all the above. Keep your head up. God's got something planned for you, and just know that my thoughts and prayers are with you. Condolences, and again, let's make 2021 a prosperous year. Um, but I think that's all what I want to say for my review of 2020. Before I also, with this election, don't take the media at face value. Do your research of your candidates. That's a whole nother subject for another video. Um, we've also seen that. We've seen 2020. I hate to say it, to see the way how our government responds, when we're in a crisis, and we have leadership at the top that needs help, that needs to be changed, and let's just see what happens in 2021. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a safe and a wonderful New Year's Eve. May 2021 again bring you a prosperous year, and may all your dreams come true. Please stay safe. Listen to these people, these doctors in your state, wherever you live. Wear the mask, social distance. Take care of yourself. All right. And see you on 2021. Peace.